Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and the lecture series of ASP.NET using C#. In this video, we will see the basic introduction of loops in C# and the types of loops that are available in C#. First of all, we will understand why do we require these loops. Loops are basically used to perform a repeated task. Suppose we have a line console.writeLine, and this line I am printing hello world. So this is just a single output. When we execute the code, it will display hello world. But suppose I want to execute this line 100 times. So in that case, right, we have to use the concept of loops in C#. Otherwise, हम लोग को 100 times we have to write this code. Okay. Then it will display 100 times hello world. But with the help of loop, the size of the code will become very small. Right? We put this code in the loop. Therefore, the concept of loops in C# is very important. Okay, in every programming we have a concept of loops. In C# we have 4 types of loop. First, while loop. The second one is your do while loop. Third, for loop. So these are the common loops. Every programming, right, has this 3 type of loop, but C# also has a 4 type of loop, which is your for each loop. It is a special loop in the C#. Basically, these are the types of loops provided or available in C#. While loop, right? While loop, do while loop, for loop, and for each loop. So these loops are categorized into 2 types. यानी ये जो लूप हो गए, they are belongs to the either it is a entry control loop. This is your entry control loop and exit control loop. In case of entry control loop, the compiler first tests the condition. It will first test the condition. If this condition is true, then only it will execute the body of the loop. Okay. But in case of exit control loop, it will first execute the body of the loop. जो body है वो पहले execute हो जाएगी. After that, compiler will check the condition. If the condition is true, then again it will execute the body of the loop. So now in this case, right, first compiler will check the condition and then it will execute the body. In this case, exit control loop, first it will execute the body of the loop and then test the condition. While loop, for loop, and for each loop, they all are entry control loop. That means इसमें first compiler will check the condition and then it will execute the body. In case of do while loop, the compiler first execute the body of the loop and then it will test the condition. So now we will see the basic syntax and how these loops are used in Visual Studio. Right? Let us switch to the Visual Studio. Now, suppose I want to display 10 numbers from 1 to 10 using a while loop. So do remember, students, in each loop we have 3 parts. First, we have to initialize the loop. So in this case, I am declaring a variable I with 1. This is my initialization of the loop. This is called as initial point, initialization. Now, then start with the while. What is while? While is a keyword. To create a while loop, we have to use while keyword. In while, we have to specify the condition. So I is less than equals to 10. The loop will be executed till the condition will true. Now we will print console.writeLine I and I plus plus. So this is basically a incremented loop. It will start from 1 and it will execute till 10, and every iteration may it will print a value of the I. As we can see, just execute the code. Now it will start the execution and will print the numbers from 1 to 10. As we can see down, we can print this number in the same line. Just remove this right line को हटा दो and just write /t. Now it will display the number on the same line. As you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So now this is my incremented loop. This is called as incremented loop. So I am just printing or displaying a single line. This is my incremented loop. In the same way, we can also create a decremented loop which will start from the higher value. That means we will start the number from the 10. So in this case, I am again initializing the variable j to 10, and while j is greater than equals to 1, and then we will print the value of the j. In the same way, console.write, and then we will print j plus /t, so that the number will be displayed on the same line, and again we will do the j plus plus, j minus minus. Sorry, we are creating a decremented loop, therefore we do the j minus minus. Now again check the output. See, this is my incremented loop 1 to 10 and the decremented loop. Why this decremented loop comes after the 10? Because we are not inserted any /n between 10 and decremented loop. Therefore this decremented loop statement जो है वो same line पे आया है. Therefore now अभी हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We will just put a /n here. Then again execute the program. This is your 1 to 10 and 10 to. So we can create a incremented loop using a while loop, or we can create a decremented loop. In the same way, we have a second type of loop, that is my for loop. In for, again we will initialize the variable k equals to 1, k is less than equals to 10, and k plus plus. I am creating a incremented loop using for loop. This is my incremented loop that will start from 1 and display the number till 10. This is my incremented loop, but using for loop. Then again we will print console.write and we will print k plus /t. तो यहाँ पे it will display a 10 numbers starting from 1 to 10. Execute the program. As we can see here, again, since we are not inserted a /n, therefore this incremented loop using for loop, it comes on the same line 10 to 1. Now just put a /n. This is my incremented loop using a for loop. In the same way, we can also create a decremented loop using a for loop. Right? Just copy this code and write here decremented loop, and just use this variable in m equals to start from 10, m greater than equals to 1, and m plus plus, and we will print. This will create a m minus minus. This minus minus. Why? Because this is a decremented loop. Now just execute this code. Decremented loop using a for loop into. So in this way, we can create a incremented or decremented loop using a while and for. In the same way, we can implement the do while. In do while loop, since it is an exit control loop, we will first give the body of the loop, and then the control is transferred to the while loop. While loop will test the condition. On the basis of that condition, the execution of the loop will again start. So in do while loop, I am taking a variable. You can take any variable a, which is 1. Now, the syntax of do while is do. This is the keyword. Then whatever we want to execute, right? We will write the code in the do block. So just write console.writeLine, and again we will print a plus /t, and since it is an incremented loop, we will do a plus plus. Then after the end of this do, we will write while a is less than equals to 10, and at the end of this while loop we have a sum. Now this is my do while loop. Do remember, student, do while loop is your exit control loop. That means it will first execute the body of the loop and then go for testing the condition. Now just check. This is my do while loop. Start from 1 to 10. Acha, what happen in case of do while loop if the condition is false for the first time? So now this condition is true, right? But I am writing a is greater than 10. Since the value of the a is 1, and here we are writing a is greater than 10, that means the condition is false. But do remember, students, if the condition is false for the first time, in case of do while loop, it will execute at least 1. अब यहाँ देखो, it will execute at least 1. That means the first iteration gets executed. Then the remaining iteration जो है, since the condition is false, therefore the remaining iteration जो है वो execute नहीं होगी. So this is your do while loop. But in case of while loop, if the condition is false for the first time, see, I am changing the condition in decremented loop. Loop एक बार भी execute नहीं होगा. Loop will not execute for a single iteration, as we can see here. So this is the basic difference between while and do while. Now we have a fourth type of loop, that is your for each. The for each loop is a special type of loop. ये एक special type का loop है, that is available in C#, and for each loop is basically used to iterate any collection in C#. Suppose we have a collection of data. I want to iterate the collection of data using a for loop. For each loop, it will become a very easy as compared to for loop. So now to understand this for each loop, we will first declare an array, and we will pass some elements to this array. I am passing these elements 1 to 10. Now I will iterate this array using a for each loop. Then for each. Now the syntax of for each is very easy. You have to just first you will give the data type. तो हम लोग को जो iteration करना है, I want to iterate the ARR, right? In this case, so what is the data type of this ARR? Integer. So we will type here integer. The iteration or the collection of the data का जो data type होगा, we will type in the for each loop. Then any variable, so you can take any variable where in is a keyword, and we will write the collection data. Now this is a syntax to create a for each loop in C#. And now we will print console.write where plus /t. So in do remember, students, in case of for each loop, there is no need to handle the index, right? Like a for loop, I equals to 0, I is less than equals to 10, and I plus plus. We don't have the syntax like this. Here we have a simple syntax. We have to specify the data type, whatever the collection you want to iterate, right? Uska jo data type is, the data type is same as the collection data type. Variable name is any user defined name. You can give this variable name any name. In is a keyword which is basically check is there any element in the array. If there is any element in the array, so this in keyword will copy the element into the var. That means ये क्या करेगा? This one will be copied in var, and we are printing here var. Then second, it will check is there any element in the array. Yes. Then again it will copy this element into the var, and we are printing the value. This is my console dot. Right now I am just printing a message for each. You can iterate any type of collection, whether it is array list, stack, queue, any type of collection data type we can iterate using a for each loop. Now just you can see here in the for each loop we start from 1, all the elements of the array यहाँ पे display हो रहा है using a for each loop. So these are the 4 basic types of loops available in C#. I hope you understood this session. Thank you so much.